Hey, what's up, everybody? This is State of the Market episode 3. As the topic implies, we're talking about discount points on your mortgage, but we're also talking about a market shift. And if you want to know what a market shift looks like, this is it right here. So I'm going to go over the charts today and show you, what happened in May. Because we just got into June, now we get access to those May charts from the FMLS and Metro Atlanta. And I can go over all that, and you might be surprised exactly what is happening right now. I have Ben Bell with me again. I'm going to add him on. Hey, Ben, what's up, man? Ben was gracious enough to join us from the beach. He's on vacation right now, but he's still here to help out real estate professionals. We're always working. We never stop. So thank you, Ben.
Absolutely, man. Wouldn't miss it.
We talked about last week, Ben touched on discount points just a little bit. And he and I were talking about that before the episode started or before we went live here. And it turns out that discount points are actually, they're not really what they sound like. It's not like you're getting a discount off anything. A discount is more or less a fee that the lender is adding to, it may come in, in your, as part of your mortgage payment or in closing costs.
It's mostly closing costs for sure.
In closing costs. So that's money you've got to bring to the table. So Ben's going to get into this in a minute, but what that means is, when you're when you see these advertisements for unbelievably low rates online or on social media ads and things like that, a lot of times what that is you're going to have to buy down that rate to that point with discount point. And then once again, so the point of this, before we jump right in and I'm going to get on the charts, point of this State of the Market is for anyone who has questions about anything going on in the market right now. If you're buying or selling or thinking about doing that, or if you have mortgage questions, that's why Ben is here with us. Please jump on and post a comment. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you are. We're here every Thursday at 4 p.m. Jump on and leave us a comment. And if you post it, we can see it here and we can respond to your question right away. And I hope everybody can hear me okay. So first of all, I should have pulled this up before we started. I want to show you guys what a shifting market looks like. First off, let's look at homes for sale, because that's like kind of a big indicator of a shifting market is inventory going up, right? So in the month of May, from April to May, the number of homes for sale increased, okay? Months of supply also increased for the second month in a row. Now, it's not a huge jump, but it did increase. However, closed sales, if you look at this, dropped again. And we know that the reason why that's happening, we know that the reason why we're not seeing as many closed sales, as many pending sales, is because there are less buyers in the market right now because of interest rates going up, right? So back to this. So closed sales are going down, months of supply, inventory is going up, home sales are going up. But this is let's see, new listings. So new listings kind of flat, but it did go up a little bit when, for the most part in the last couple of years, what we've been seeing is the same trend where there are more closed and pending sales than there are new homes, new listings coming on the market. So what's interesting about this, when we're talking about a market shift, and everybody has been talking about potentially, a market crash. You hear that on the news right now a lot. We have predicted, and what just about every real estate professional that I hear has predicted, is we are seeing a shift, and we're in a shift right now. We can see it because of these charts, but we're not going to see this crazy switch like in 2008 where we go from a seller's market to a buyer's market all of a sudden, and we have this crazy influx of inventory and home prices go into a ditch. That's not what we're seeing right now. And that is on this chart as predicted. Even though inventory has gone up, closed sales have gone down, sale price still went up. So home values still went up from April to May, from $385,000. This is the Metro Atlanta area. So from $385,000 up to $397 as the median sale price. That's for the entire metro area. So, talk about home values being, if you look back here just, 2 years ago, that it has gone up $130,000 is the median home price has gone up in 2 years. So even though closed sales are down and months of supply and homes on the market have gone up, home prices are still going up. This is what I was showing. Okay, sale price went up from April to May, 385 to 397. You look back here 2 years ago, April of 2020, it's up $130,000. That's median sale price, up by $130,000 in 2 years. So that has been the prediction. I'm sorry if I lost anybody because I didn't have the chart up. That has been the prediction of every real estate professional, anybody who's in the business that I've talked to or I've read anything from. That has been the prediction that yes, rising interest rates are going to cause the market to slow down. We're not going to see these 15 and 20 multiple offers on properties. Not all the time. We won't see that many. We'll probably see, on the really big heavy hitters, we'll see 7 or 8 offers in a multiple offer situation. But what we'll also see is home prices and home values continue to rise through the end of this year and into next year. By market shift, that's exactly what is happening right now, but home values are still going up.
When you're talking to, some of your colleagues at Keller and other companies, are they seeing, days on market a little bit longer? Are they not seeing as many multiple offers like we did 6-8 months ago? Like what are they seeing as far as days on market and offers?
Yeah, and I'm seeing that myself as well. We're seeing more expired listings, not a ton of expired listings, but we're seeing more expired listings. We're seeing, this is one big indicator of a market shift, is for the last year and a half, maybe even close to 2 years, real estate agents, if you're a listing agent, you didn't have to really get a whole lot of feedback from buyers agents or showing agents on your listing. You list it, you market it properly, you monitor it, and you're going to get an offer on it. You're probably going to get multiple offers on it. Before that time, what would happen is you would list the property, and after every showing, you would call the showing agent or the buyer's agent and get feedback and ask them how the showing went. Well, that's starting to happen again. So that's a big indicator of a market shift, is when we start seeing more of that. If I'm a buyer's agent and I go show a property, then within 5 minutes of me showing the property, after my showing is over, the listing agent's reaching out to get feedback on the properties. That's a big indicator right there of a market shift. You want to go over this discount point thing?
I 100% want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think it's super important, because we're seeing it more and more in the marketplace, and the consumer is not educated on what they're signing as far as a loan estimate, or really what they're even looking at. Because if you get an official loan estimate from a lender, first thing you see is loan amount and then interest rate. And as a consumer myself, that's the first thing that you're looking at. So if you see a low interest rate on there, they're like, okay, great. They're already stuck on that, but they don't look at what is it costing you to get that rate. Mm-hmm. So as an advisor like myself, that's where I have to step in and say, okay, well, I need to take a look at that loan estimate, because I'm not seeing that in the market right now. That's silly low and just doesn't really make sense. I show them, and it's literally in the first section of the second page under loan charges, and it says discount points or origination charges, however that company uses language. They're paying for that rate. So make sure that you understand what you're signing, and is the rate too good to be true? Because at one, I could be quoting a rate at 5.5, let's just say 5.5%. Okay, well, you might get a loan estimate from somebody at 5%. And they're like, Ben, why is your rate a half a point higher than XYZ? I'm like, there's no way. I need to take a look at this. Or I need to go online and see what they're quoting, because I guarantee you there's assumptions in there like, well, this rate includes 1.5 points in discount, 1% origination, 740 credit score, 25% down, whatever it is. There's so many things that these lenders, they're getting creative on. It's almost like bait and switch, because if you can't afford that rate, guess what? Guess where your rate's going to go? Probably where mine's at, because I'm not charging any discount points. I will tell you, I always give my buyers an option. I try to give them 3 options. Well, here's your rate with 1 discount point. Here's your rate with a half a discount point. Here's your rate that's not costing you a penny. Personally speaking, unless it's a forever home and you don't plan on refinancing, whatever, then yeah, if you want to buy the rate down, you go ahead. But we have to go a step further, and we have to educate the buyers on what is the return on that investment. How long is it going to take you? If it's saving you $50 a month, but it costs you $4,000, okay, So what's that? How many months is that until you start seeing a return on that investment? So the discount point, let's just say it's one discount point. That's not 1%. So it's not like you're going from 5.5% to 4.5%. One discount point might lower your rate from 5.5 to 5.375 to 5.25. It all depends on how those mortgage coupons are trading that day, because there's margin between each 8. So let's say there's 100 basis points. So wherever that margin's falling that day, where that one discount point would take you. So most lenders have to price their free rate, let's say no discount points, at 100. So to buy one discount point, that means you're going to 99. So where is 99 trading that day on the rate sheet? 5.25. It could be 5.375. It could be 5 1/8 at 98.5. Well, where you're buying 1.5 in discount points. So it's not, when you say one discount point, it's not actually 1% off of the interest rate. It's 1 point off of margin.
Okay, I got you. You know, I follow most of that. It's still a little
That's
bit.
a lot. It's a lot.
The basis points are a little over my head. You know, as far as like downsides to the discount points, and like I said at the very beginning, a discount point, it sounds like, is not a discount. It's basically a fee, right? It's basically a fee.
It is a fee to discount your rate.
Fee to discount your rate, right? So you gotta pay for it, right? Well, I appreciate that, Ben. Thank you to everyone who watched. And before we go, I'm gonna pull up the chart one more time, and I want you guys to know that anyone who is on the email list, and if you're not on the email list, please comment, leave your email address, or you can send me a DM, or you can email me, which I'll put that up at the end too. I'm going to send like screenshots of all of these charts, the larger version of these charts, out in my weekly email next Tuesday. So you'll get that. But if you weren't watching at the beginning, we went over this. We went over months of supply in May went up, homes for sale. So that's the same as months of supply, basically. How many homes are on the market also went up. Closed sales went down, but sale price still continues to climb. Still went up pretty significantly. Ben and I were saying, and we've gone over in the video, still expected, even though we're going to see some slowdown as interest rates go up, more inventory will come on the market, less buyers in the market. We're going to see some slowdown, but we still expect to see appreciation in home value through the end of this year into next year. So that's it. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for watching. We will see you here next Thursday at 4. Ben, thank you so much for being with me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Enjoy. You're coming back Saturday, right?
Saturday. Yep. Come back Saturday. And then we have, we have State of the Market next Thursday. And then we're doing the Inman Park Beer Festival on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's just called Summer Beer Fest. I think
is that what it is?
I saw it today. But yeah, that's a good point. Anyone who wants to come hang out with us and have a good time, I think tickets are $30 or $35 in the Old Fourth Ward. I think it's called Summer Beer Fest. It's on Saturday, June 11th. And we're going to have koozies to give out. We also have 4 Braves tickets, and I'm pretty sure it's a shaded section. If you're available, come out and hang out with us that day. It's from 4 to 8, and I'll post that on my Instagram as well. So
yeah, anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about it again next week.
Absolutely, because I'm going to need your help unloading.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
See you, man.